An underlying approach to all the comfort measures in this video is the 3 R's: relaxation, rhythm, and ritual. This is an approach that I have discovered by attending the births of hundreds of women in labor and observing that those who are coping well all exhibit those 3 items: relaxation, at least between contractions, if not also during contractions; rhythm in whatever they're doing: breathing, moaning, swaying, stroking, thought processes; and then ritual, the 3rd R, is the repetition of the same rhythmic activity from one contraction to another to another. So women who cope well exhibit those 3 R's.
Craig and Erin, I'd like to show you some ways that we can use breathing rhythms to help during labor. And the 2 things that we want to use those for are to focus your attention in a very constructive way, but also to help you release tension. The beginning is just a little exercise that I'd like to have you try. And what I'd like you to try is just to take a long breath in and hold it, like this. And while you're holding it, notice the tension in your chest and your abdomen, and then let it all go. And notice the release of tension as you release your air. And the whole point of that is that your out-breath is your relaxing breath. In fact, every out-breath is your relaxing breath. And that's how we use the breathing, is to release tension on every out-breath. So the slow breathing, we'd like it to be, it's kind of like sighing your way through the contraction, the sigh of relief. So it's just sort of, maybe in through your nose if you're not congested, it could be, and then, out through your mouth. We just do that through the contraction, so try that. Letting go of tension in your shoulders. And good. How does that feel? Good. Easy, isn't it? And it's so easy that I think people find it very natural to fall into during labor. But one of the things I'd like to have you try, and Craig, this time, we're going to do it for about a minute, okay? And will you just count her breaths? So I'd like you to be thinking, releasing tension in your face, in your shoulders, in your belly, buttocks, with, each breath out. But Craig, you count her breaths and let us know at the end of the minute how many breaths you got, okay? And this is just to see how many breaths you would take when you're nice and relaxed, okay? So, big breath, okay. And I'm going to set my little clock, and we'll let that go. So here we go. Now just let you do it at your pace. In through the nose, and just sigh it out. Good, good. That's the way. Perfect. Yeah. Okay, that's right. No rushing, no rushing. Let it all out. Good, yeah. That's the way. Contraction is still on. You don't even have to purse your lips, just. Good. Yes. Want to slow down a little bit, even more from that? That contraction is over. That's 1 minute. And that's about it's a long time. It's like an average contraction. The early labor ones will probably be shorter. Later in labor, they'll probably be longer. But how many breaths did you get?
I counted 9.
9, yeah. So only 9 breaths. Now, that's really good. And I think you might even find you can slow it down more as you practice it. But that is a really good pace, because that's about half the rate of normal respiration. As you're just sitting here right now, you're probably breathing 16 to 20 times in a minute. But when you're focusing on, really letting go of tension and breathing slowly and fully, sighing, you often bring it down without any effort. You know, I'm not going to say you got to breathe 9 times in a minute. You find that, you see. So you're comfortable with that, are you? And the idea, and it looked like you did think about letting go, and that's one thing, and that's something, Craig, you can mention, is let go on your shoulders, let go on your brow, that sort of thing. But we would start using that in labor when you're pretty sure you're in labor. And remember, we talked about progressing contractions, longer, stronger, and closer together. But when you get to a point where you just have to stop what you're doing to get through the contraction, so you can't keep talking through the contraction, you have to pause in whatever you're doing, let the contraction go by. That tells us this is time to start using the breathing. Before that, you just do anything normally. You talk, breathe, do whatever you want to do. But at some point, it's going to kind of grab you. And I sometimes say labor stops you in your tracks. And when that happens, then you say, okay, it's time to start using my breathing with tension release. We always start off with the slow breathing. Okay? Good.